The pressure years. Guilt of taking breaks. That one. The trying one. Hi. Welcome back to my channel. I don't know whether this is going to be a very structured video. I just wanted to sit and talk about some things that I've been feeling lately. Lately, I have been thinking about this phase of life where I think most of us are in. I call these the pressure years. And honestly, this is one of my biggest fear that came to life. Like I have seen so many people around me in this phase. I've seen my two sisters and most of my friends in it. I used to see them and I used to be like कितने courageous है भाई ये लोग ये सब कर सकते हैं मैं तो नहीं कर सकती. Like I always prayed, like legit prayed to God, like भाई भगवान जी प्लीज मुझे बस इस फेज में कभी मत लाना क्योंकि मुझे पता था how uncertain, how overwhelming it is. I passed out 12th तो मैं कॉलेज में चली गई मेरा अन्ना में मिल गया मुझे. फिर मैंने ऑनर्स कंप्लीट की फिर मुझे एमएससी मिल गया एमएससी कर ली पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन. तो ऑफ कोर्स देयर इज अ ब्रीफ पीरियड इन बिटवीन देम आल्सो जब कॉलेज एडमिशन प्रोसेस लेंदी होता है और कुछ चीज़ें होती हैं ऐसे. बट पता था कि किया है हो ही जाएगा. But officially now I am in this phase and now I think it is very very hard. Like it is that phase of our lives where we are not kid anymore but we are not settled either and everything feels important and serious. Our time feels important, our choices feels heavy, and it seems like our future is constantly begging us to do something about it. And now the pressure is from sometimes the pressure is from external people also. People saying what's the next plan, when are you going to have all things figured out in your life right now. But you feel like you are on some invisible timeline that you are supposed to follow, as if life has some invisible deadlines. Like by this age you should be stable, you should be successful, you should have done this, you should have done that. But nobody wrote these rules down, but we all feel them because in our mind we know the clock is constantly ticking. And sometimes it shows up in the smallest, tiniest things. Like when some of your friends achieve something, you feel very proud of them, of course. But later that night, you feel like, should I be there by now too? I don't know. That's something you keep thinking about. Like, am I really that behind? Am I going to catch up? Uh, there are a lot of questions about it. And you are just because you suddenly become aware of the time you are supposed to fall. I and honestly, one of the toughest and the hardest part of these pressure years are the silent wait. Not loud, it's not dramatic, it's just heavy. It's the constant mental noise that if you're resting you're not fully resting. If you're out there is a small voice in your head that says you should be doing more. It's the guilt that starts talking, the guilt of taking breaks, the guilt of not studying enough, the guilt of not being productive every day. And the hardest part is technically nothing is wrong. You are getting up, you are showing up, you are studying, but inside it feels like it's not enough. And that's the silent weight. And also, I feel it is also the fear that we don't say out loud. Like, what if I fail? And what if I disappoint the people I love the most? And most importantly, what if I disappoint myself? And often we don't say this out loud because we don't want to sound negative and don't want to seem like we are ungrateful and don't want to be seem like if we are weak or people calling us she's such a crybaby because ये हर बात पे रोती है ये तो सबके साथ होता है but so you don't want to hear all those things so you start carrying it quietly you keep performing keep doing things but mentally you're carrying so much you're going through so much and so the pressure isn't from others anymore it's from you it's from your own expectations own timelines own standards and that is even harder than the external things for me it shows up most at nights. In during the day, I do my work. I keep myself busy. But at night, when everything is quiet, my brain gets loud and it starts calculating time. Like, how much longer will this take? Am I doing fast enough? Did I waste too much of my time? And suddenly, one normal day feels like it wasn't enough. Even if I tried showing up, even if I studied the whole day, even if I tried to get up in the morning, from outside it felt like a progress, but from inside it felt like a pressure. And of course, then there is the routine cycle. I will sit down, make a plan, and of course, for few days I will be consistent um, doing everything according to the plan. But on one fine day, I feel off due to some reason. Maybe I'm overwhelmed or tired or some other reasons. And instead of saying, "Mm, okay, it's okay to take breaks, my brain goes straight to, see, you are inconsistent. That's why you are behind. Other people don't face this or do something like this and which isn't even true but at that moment you feel like everything is just true and you are just dumb so I restart again and honestly restarting is very tiring hats off to those UPSC aspirants and other people who restart again after quitting a job it's very hard to start again from scratch from everything you have to like erase all the past and start from a clean slate. I think that's what matters. Maybe these pressure years aren't just pressure years. These are the years that teaches us discipline. These are the years where we learn patience. These are the years where we learn how to carry ourselves through uncertainties. Growth isn't visible in these years like it is invisible sometimes but invisible does not mean it is non-existence maybe you are not behind maybe you are becoming and maybe there is no invisible deadlines the deadlines aren't even real so I read this and I double quoted that life isn't a race with fixed checkpoints. There is no correct timeline. You should stop comparing your timelines to some other person's timeline. Like I used to do it, I still do it. I compare my day one to somebody's day 100 or day 1000. You shouldn't do it because everyone has a different timeline. There is no fixed rule that you have to do things this way, this is right, this is wrong. Nobody tells you that. We just think there is, but there is no actual timeline. Nobody tells you that how many times you will change, how many times your life will be undone and remake itself. And the person you are right now isn't even the final draft, it's barely a outline. Maybe one day we will look back at these versions of ourselves, the confused one, the tired one, the trying one, and instead of feeling embarrassed, we will feel proud of ourselves because even under pressure, we didn't quit. Even it all felt uncertain, heavy, and everything, but we showed up. So, if you are in this pressure years, just remember you will be okay, and nothing you choose right now has to be forever. You can always change your paths and do anything you want later on in life. This is not permanent. And so, I just want to say in the end that we are not behind, we are becoming. I'm so emotional right now. Like, I can't believe I said it out loud. It was over here. Like, I couldn't speak it properly. I wrote it down in my diary. Thank God I said it and I recorded it. This is also for myself. Whenever I will feel low, I will rewatch this video and remind myself too that it will be okay. This is just a phase. This shall this, this shall too pass. So thank you for listening to my app, to my ranting. I'm grateful for each one of you whosoever watched this video till now. So thank you for listening and love you.